I'm Steve.
And I'm Kelly.
And this is Coupled with Chaos.
This week we are continuing our Trainwreck series because they're so they're just so cool. I'm really enjoying all of them. You still haven't seen Woodstock 99. And I have to say that may be, other than the junk, all the junk, and seeing all the wieners, that may be the best one. It's a 3-parter, but that is really, really good. But this week, we are going to talk about the Real Project X. And what's the next one we're going to do? There's Balloon Boy. That one is the next one, right?
No, yes, that one comes out this week on Tuesday. And then the following week will be one called PI Moms.
What's that about?
Not sure, really.
Doesn't matter, right?
I didn't. Yeah, it hadn't come out yet. So.
These are all pretty good and interesting little...
Yeah, they're all really good.
Hour-long. Other than the Woodstock 99... It's in that Woodstock 99. I can tell you, it's just exciting as you see it and you see the concerts. And this is 99, and for us, the funny thing with that, and maybe we'll talk about it then, is like we don't even remember this happening because the summer of 99 was kind of the thing. We had a thing going on then. Summer of 99 was like our first child.
Yes, we were a little busy then.
Yeah, so I go, well, how did I not know about this?
Yeah, and I was allergic to my own pregnancy and had a rash all over me and was scheduled for induction and they thought he had Down syndrome. Sure. It was kind of a busy year.
Yeah, we had a busy summer. That was a big summer for us. This one, though, not nearly as big as the Real Project X, which is what this one is about. This is about a Dutch teenager who in 2012 invited I think it was 78 people to her 16th birthday party on a Facebook that was just growing. Facebook was the thing at that point. She made an error in her party invite.
She did.
What was that?
She was posting her invitation. She intended to invite, I think she said 78 people 78. From school. And see, I have a great memory.
Whatever.
And it's my exceptional cognitive ability.
Whatever.
So anyway, she was posting about her invitation to her friends, and she hesitated over which category of invitation to click. She had a choice of public, private, or by invitation only. And she said she kind of hesitated, wasn't sure which to click, but clicked public, not understanding what the implications of that were. So this meant anybody could invite themselves by basically clicking, I'm coming. Anyone, anywhere. And they did.
Yes, they did.
And each person who clicked, I'll go to a 16-year-old's drinking birthday party because that's the legal age in the Netherlands. So each of those people was excited and invited 500 of their friends.
Yeah.
And so this expanded exponentially.
And this turned into what I have to say, and it really grew for certain reasons. She was a well-off. They were she
lived in a wealthy community.
Yeah, and that was really only wealthy people. And so there may have been from some people around her harboring some resentment maybe about her and her family.
Yes.
And so,
just because of their status.
Yeah, and so there was a person there who saw this and got an invite as one of the people and saw that it was public. And then he began the process of inviting a whole lot of people.
Now, she didn't know him. He just saw it because people were sharing it.
Oh, I think it was, because he was still in her school, is what he was. So he knew her.
Not personally.
Yeah, I think they did. I think they were in
she
school.
Didn't know him from Adam, and they only recognized each other years later because of the scandal.
Just saying that was the second guy. The first guy was a classmate of hers that started this process. He was first, and what he did is he said, I'm going to invite people.
Inviting all of his friends.
And so he did that, and what happened is it got huge. It got massive. and it got to like 17,000 people, and she ended up removing the invite. She took it down.
Yeah, once she showed it to her dad and said,
Yep.
you know, I'm kind of scared by this. Are these people going to show up at our house? He called the police department for advice, and they told him to take it down.
Which makes
so
sense.
she went and deleted it. And this was a number of days before the party, like 10 days. And they thought that would be the end of it. Well, what happened was a guy who had RSVP'd that she did not know, he was like, well, that's not cool. This was going to be fun. Hey, there's a movie out that's almost like this.
Sure. Project X.
It was called Project X. And he's like, we could have Project X in real life. So he goes, I'm going to clone this invitation and repost it. So that's what he did. And he used her address and her party information and everything again. And then people in his circle publicly, which he was kind of into that kind of thing, responded as well. And it was massive, like way bigger than it was before.
And that was Yorick is who this guy was. Mm-hmm. And I just want to stop and go, there's a common theme here. And maybe it's the common theme even after watching the Woodstock 99 is what's in common with the two people who did this to her party. And it's a loaded question. I know the answer. You don't.
They weren't directly invited.
And they were both dudes, right?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And so it just takes me back again to just in general, we are not good as a gender. I'm embarrassed again as you look down and over and over and over again. Now, I'm sure females do bad things too. And so maybe I'm just looking at it from my point of view and my perspective and going, you know, I correct you. We're driving and you go, that dude did something. And more often than not, it's actually while we're driving. And I don't know this to be true for everybody. But while we're driving more often, when you say that dude, it turns out to be a lady, right? Doesn't mean that women are bad drivers. I'm just saying this is our little window. But here, these are just two dudes, right? These are two teenage, I'm not even going to give them the benefit of the doubt and call them kids, because these are real decisions that people made. The first guy purposefully went and did this, and they interviewed him. I have no concept of why he would actually be interviewed.
Well, this second dude that we're talking about.
Well, I'm talking about the first one. The second one is even worse.
Yeah, but the second dude, when it got much larger, and then people were copying her back on the invitation, and she realized this was out there again, and how did this happen? And then she saw just even how much bigger even still it had gotten, like it was ridiculous. It got to be enormous. Then when she realized that, you know, they started contacting the authorities and trying to figure out what to do, because they couldn't delete that because they weren't the author of it. He was. Mm-hmm. So she started contacting him directly and asking him to take it down. And he wouldn't at first. But then people who had responded to the party invitation started thinking it would be cool to check them out ahead of time. So they started jumping their fence and peeking in their windows and taking pictures of them and stuff. And that freaked out her dad. He's like, this is affecting our entire family. So he called the guy and explained to him that the family had become a spectacle and they were losing their privacy and this wasn't cool. And the guy said, I'm sorry, I didn't realize that it was going to, you know, affect you in this way. Whatever. I apologize. And he deleted it. Well, then a third person did the exact same thing, completely cloned it, reposted it, and it blew up biggest of all, like 350,000 people. Yeah, it was insane, and it was people coming from all over the country. And guess what? They actually came on buses and trains and carloads full of alcohol, and they were ready to take over the town. Now, before that happened, there was a mayor and city council people and a guy in charge of all nightlife
This
in
is
the
a
town.
job, right? Isn't this a cool job?
Yeah.
Like I'm in charge of nightlife.
He looks like a dude who had been charged with nightlife, honestly.
Thank you for listening.
You can listen to the rest of this episode
By subscribing to our Coupled with Chaos channel on Apple,
by subscribing to our Patreon
or by subscribing to our Supercast,
for $3.99 a month.
where you can hear us talk about reality shows,
Real life and more on our podcast.
covering shows airing on TLC, A&E, Bravo, and the WE network.
Just follow the instructions in the show notes.
Tell your friends about this podcast.
And rate and review us on your favorite podcast player.
Follow us at Coupled with Chaos and all the socials.
Or contact us directly by email at coupledwithchaos@gmail.com.